What's good, everybody? It's your boy SCGRANT here, and we're back with another major video on the main channel. Well, a lot of things has happened the last 2 weeks since my last major video, and to know where I've been the past few months since my very last video that I posted back in 2013. Well, let's get started. So, first of all, Need for Speed Unbound Volume 7 is fast approaching with pretty much less than a month, and I am very skeptical of what they're going to bring to the table, since the next volume is inspired by the 2003 title Underground. That's right, Need for Speed Underground is going to be the theme for the next update. So if I can point down and take this with a grain of salt, it's going to be based on Japanese cards, because so far in terms of Need for Speed Unbound's post-launch DLC, either we only got one classic car, which is DeLorean, and with that we got German vehicles such as the the Mercedes Maybach S680. We got the Porsche Taycan Turbo, and we got the BMW M2 G87, and we also got, well, we did get Audi back, since, you know, the RX-6 made it together. So most likely this entire post-launch thing is nothing but German cars. I'm like, okay, we only got one vehicle, which, you know, the DeLorean, which is actually made in the UK, and that's all we got for cars that isn't German related. So we're hoping that with this volume they can actually change it up and bring us some JDM cars, because to me personally, the only vehicle I want to come out of the JDM brand is to bring back the Integra, like the Honda Integra Type R, not that next gen futuristic crap that was showcasing off at that was being seen online. That, no, don't take the car's name and put on some futuristic nonsense that I want. I want the old school 98 when I was featuring Underground, that was pretty much a fan favorite. But there's another thing to that, because not too long ago, and I believe it was back in 2021 or 2022, Need for Speed No Limits actually released the Honda Integra Type R, which is the Japanese version of the US exclusive Acura Integra Type R, and it's both for the same model year, just the difference is the front bumpers. So if, and this is with a grain of salt, and take this as pretty much a speculation, or even as plausible, but no idea can go to waste, is that if we somehow got the Integra Type R, which one would it be? Would it be the US version that was debuted in Underground, or we're getting the Japanese version that debuted in No Limits as part of its own update? Because remember, when Need for Speed Unbound launched, we got the Mitsubishi Eclipse back, and guess what? Before the Mitsubishi made its way into Lakeshore, it was in No Limits also. So are we going to get another vehicle from No Limits that's going to make its way into the consoles, into Unbound? We don't know. But another thing to point out is that when the Audi R8 and the S5 from Need for Speed Heat made its comeback, they were part of the free portion of the Speed Pass. So what two free cars are going to also end up in the free pass? Because, well, I can give you two answers. One, the Toyota Supra, and number two, the 8086 from the 2015 reboot of Need for Speed. Those were two cars that were in that game, and since Payback and Heat, they were not found, and even in Unbound, not found. So those were the only two cars that I would consider bringing back to the lineup, because come on, you cannot be serious that the Crew Motor Fest just not only got the Toyota Supra back, and along with the new next gen GR Supra, but they also released the GR86 and the Acura Integra Type R, which, funny to me, actually has the Honda badge on it, and it's the US version because of the front bumper. You got the US version of the Integra Type R, but you put the Honda badge on the bumper. You labeled it as a Honda. Yeah, that's another oversight if I've seen one. Because one, the US version's front bumper was made for that market. And because, I don't know, maybe us Americans don't like that Japanese stuff, but come on, man, we got JDM boys. We like the Japanese version. We like the Integra Type R. It's a 98 classic, so please bring back the Integra, because as funny as much, someone actually mentioned that this is one of the two cars. In fact, I know exactly who mentioned that the Integra Type R from Underground should make a comeback. That would be the YouTuber The Buster. He actually made a shorts video explaining some cars that should be in Unbound. He actually got one of them right, which is the M2 G87. He got one of them right, so that was good. that was not a fluke. But let's just hope that he can be able to strike out twice. But see if we actually get the Integra Type R back as the new vehicle, because that car is long overdue to come back, man. I'm like, there are many other vehicles, like maybe the ZX, like it's gotta be a fan favorite. And since this year is centered around Need for Speed Legend vehicles, the Integra Type R is indeed a Legends vehicle because of when you start off underground, you drove the custom-made Integra Type R that's dubbed as Vortex. It is definitely a fan favorite, and for many, I think since the 2015 reboot, fans have been making liveries based on the Vortex, and was hoping that we finally get the Integra Type R back. The actual car model and not just some off-branded vehicle. They want the actual Integra Type R. Now, racing aside, let's jump into the fighting scene, because Xenoverse 2 is still going. Dude, after getting the Awoken Skill Ultra Instinct, I'm like, okay, they gotta be done with the game. Nope. Coming next month, they're going to release the, quote, next-gen version of the game. The game's almost 8 years old at this point. They gotta move on to something else, because we got Dragon Ball Z, we got Dragon Ball Sparking Zero coming out this year, so why keep up with this thing? Oh wait, it started out as its own, just a game, but now it got turned into live server status because of the amount of DLCs. But the strange part is that, and I may God bless his soul, with the passing of Akira Toriyama himself, many people wondering what's next for Dragon Ball. Well, apart from seeing Diamond, which is one of the last projects he ever worked on, we're hoping that for Xenoverse 2 that, well, I saw the screenshots, and I gotta say, I didn't expect Andra AG in her tracksuit to make the comeback, because she was a Kanton City voted character, but she didn't make the cut in the Kanton City pack. It was UI Sign Goku, GT Vegeta, and this one that made the cut, but I didn't expect them to go back to that and just managed to bring it into 18. But the strangest thing is we got Videl from Dragon Ball Super, who had her outfit when she attended Bono's birthday party, is gonna beat the cut. So we're not only getting Videl and Android 18 from Dragon Ball Super variations, but we're also getting Ultra Super Villain versions of both Vegeta and Goku Black. Okay, Few, what are you up to this time? Like, you're trying to perfect something that your, quote, parents made? Okay, let's see where it goes. So, looking forward to what's gonna come next, but the strangest thing is that we're getting 12 parallel quests. 12 parallel quests? Okay, I need to check back with that. I'll have to keep an eye on the official Dragon Ball Games account on Twitter, and, well, I'm still calling it Twitter, seeing like, okay, there's gotta be something to this, because 12 parallel quests, I'm usually getting like 3 or 5 parallel quests for a DLC pack, but 12? Okay, there's gotta be something to it, so I'll have to keep that in mind. Anyway, on to Ghost of Tsushima. By the time you see this video, I've completed the second act, and I've already got the footage to pretty much conclude that, but you most likely will not be getting it until around the full week of May, which is most likely between the 13th to the 17th, I believe. I'll have to check back on my calendar. So, keep this in mind, that it was not my intent to keep you guys hold out in terms of Ghost of Tsushima, because I want to get this game done as soon, well, pretty much before the summer begins, because I might put up an official vote whether I would finish Ghost of Tsushima not in May, but most likely June, just to cap things off. But without further ado, I'd like to thank you all for tuning into this official video, because, well, as you're seeing this video, next week's going to be a transitional one, so I won't be back to basically making videos until the first full week of May, when I may have some surprises or not. I don't know, because I do know that Need for Speed, Dragon Ball, and many others are very much awaiting for me in the next month, because things are going to get hectic from here on out. So, without further ado, thank you for tuning in. It's your boy SCGRANT, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Oh, and consider that the next 2 videos after this is going to be related to some shows I want to talk about, so consider those side videos too. So, without further ado, see y'all in the next one.